No plan yet, other than to protect it for now.
Yeah, and we've been discussing how to protect it, but and then she looks at Jim. He also seems like he doesn't want to let go.
If I could relate a story from my organization's history, it's relevant.
Yes?
Oh, of course.
In Passion, there was a war, not one that was taken lightly, a bit of a civil war in the organization back in the old world, early or late 20th century, actually, on in the 2000s. The leader at the time was someone who, well, the history on it's a little blurred. They were seeking an item of great power. At that time, the rumors were it was an arrow, but that arrow, whatever it did, make a person extremely powerful once they used it properly. That war resulted in a lot of dead captains, leaders, assassins. Entire squads were wiped out. After that, Passion needed to be reformed. Luckily, the man who came out on top after attaining whatever that item was, the arrow, I assume, he led with a pretty good benevolent hand, I'd say. Or at least that's what the elders used to say. Till he vanished, of course, right around the same time that spiral appeared, actually. 2011. I will say, the elders, when they talk about that era, they said it was this type of thing that could, like, change the course of history. That Grail might be something like that.
It did sort of change history once and over again.
Y'all ever come across anything like this before?
No.
I mean, Jim has a cool sword.
He has a what?
A cool sword?
It's a sword that has, like, holy powers or something. He's been able to put down really strong opponents with it. Like, their souls came out, like their golden souls, even though they were like evil people, or maybe they were evil. I'm not really sure anymore.
Jim, do you mind if I see that sword for a moment?
Sure, and he'll take one hand off the grail to pull the sword off of his back.
She actually takes a finger and flicks the blade, causing it to ring. Like the grail, it's a sharp ring. She looks down at her finger and it's bleeding.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. That's a sharp sword. Interesting. I mean, that thing also, yeah, that sword actually has the ability to cut through waves and,
waves?
You said a goddess sent you on a mission?
Uh-huh.
Did she tell you to get that sword too?
She sort of gave it to me, I think.
Huh, okay. Well, I don't know exactly what's going on, but y'all are involved in some shit that's probably above my pay grade. Do you need protection or something?
More like answers than anything.
Yeah, we're trying to save the world.
Trying to save the world, and you're holding world-altering items. 2 of them, in fact.
Because we gotta save the world.
That sword, she like points at it. And this grail, that's 2.
Oh, the sword can alter world stuff too? Jim, you're becoming so cool.
Do you even, she actually kind of just like puts her face in her hand for a moment. It almost seems like madness to just leave those things in your hands. I'm not gonna lie.
I would really prefer you not to try and take them from me.
I mean, we don't even know how to use them, really.
Well, that's the problem, you see. Y'all don't know how to use them.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you thought maybe we should keep this or tell the ELO about these items.
If they're world altering like she says, we shouldn't say a thing.
What do you think, Miss B?
Oh, I thought we should tell Mr.
Mister, why would you tell him?
He's kind of
part of an organization that knows stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, those Speedwagon nerds would probably put all this in the warehouse somewhere.
Oh, well, no one's gonna pull it from Jim until Jim's dead, so I'm gonna protect Jim.
Jim has his hands full, jeez.
I would probably say that y'all need to figure out who this goddess is that's been telling him to do this.
That makes sense.
Hopefully it's not that gold lady. Jim, it's not that gold lady, right?
Yeah, it didn't look familiar to you, Jim. Jim, can I ask you a question? If this goddess that's telling you to gather up these items told you that you gotta use them, kill, well, the entire world, would you do that?
I don't think she would.
That's not really the question.
Okay, if she was bad, and we're not saying she is, would you? This is just like a hypothetical in like a time loop where she turned out to be evil for some reason.
Jim looks a bit confused, or well, more like at a loss for words, and he says, I'm not sure. I don't think I am under the impression that I serve a benevolent goddess, so I can't see a scenario where she would ask me to do something like that.
He's just a simple knight, guys.
That's good.
Questions are too hard for him right now. It's enough to stick to the mission, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's an answer of sorts. Marisol, do you mind if I talk to you out on the porch Just you and me.
Of course.
Nice meeting y'all. I think I gave you enough information, or at least what I could tell you about it. If you ever have any other questions about Ripple, I'm more than happy to help.
The only other question is, how do we figure out how to use this?
Oh, it's a good question, I guess. You'd have to look at how it's been used in the past from what you could observe and what I've told you and what you've done with it with the Ripple so far. You basically fill in the blanks.
Well, I won't keep you. At least thank you for this. It's been enlightening.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, Marisol, just see me out.
Oh, yeah. She follows close behind.
Once they're out on the porch and far enough away from the house, Miss B is a seasoned criminal. She knows a pretty good eavesdrop range and volume, so she lowers her voice a bit. I don't know that I trust that Jim fella. If worse comes to worse and you have to, do what you have to do, don't hesitate.
Marisol looks very seriously at Miss B. Yeah, I think I understand.
In this line of work, sometimes the people that are closest to you, they have to be handled. It's not always nice, but it has to be done.
Her eyes have like a steady but intense look to them. Yeah, of course.
I trust you. She gives Marisol a pat on the shoulder.
Marisol closes her eyes.
I would be the one to do it, but I don't think that this is my dance, so to speak.
I know he seems crazy, but he does seem to have a pretty good heart. But I know that those can be foolish.
It's not just that, dear. The items that he has, well, y'all have a lot on your plate. But those things, just from what I could tell, they are just as important as that arrow was. When that arrow passed hands, it did alter the world. It made a man, from the rumors, into something like a god.
Her eyes widen.
Do you want to leave that in the hands of a man who talks to spirits and is on a holy mission? I wasn't kidding in there. What happens if his goddess, god, whatever, tells him he needs to start cleansing people?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to stop him if you figure out how to use those things, and then he knows, and he's holding on to him with a death grip.
I'll keep a sharp eye on him.
Don't forget what happened to Germanata. Only reason we survived that was that dumbass showed up and basically trolled her to death.
Foolish luck, really.
That's the thing about luck, honey. It runs out quick.
Marisol straightens up. I hear you, Miss B. If I need help with it, though, would I be able to call you?
Of course. I'll do what I can. Maybe I'll even pull in that other dumbass.
Thanks, Miss B.
She tips her hat anytime. Although I'll tell you one thing. The Zappelli motto, I'm not planning to stick to that. Don't get me killed.
Oh, it's never been my intention, Miss B.
All right. She actually looks at you with a suspicious eye and then gets back into sweet sangria.
I'll see you at my next shift, Miss B.
Before she leaves, she says, oh yeah, there's some weirdo with a mustache that's been asking about you.
What?
I want to swing by the bar sometime. I don't know who he is.
Oh, wow. No one ever asked for me. Oh, okay. I'll be down as soon as I can.
All right.
Do you think he'll still be there in like an hour? That seems like a long time.
He just plays around on his Moby all the time and just orders non-alcoholic drinks, which is fine. I mean, they still cost money, so he's still paying.
I'll see what I can do. Thanks, Miss B.
All right. See you later, dear. Don't forget. She runs her finger across her throat and then nods.
Marisol nods back solemnly.
The car takes off.
Marisol heads back into the beach house. Yeah, sorry. She had to tell me about some guy that's been looking for me or something back at the bar, but obviously we need to wrap some things up here.
I wonder who's looking for you. Oh, that reminds me, guys. Creepy person on my phone showed up this morning.
What do you mean?
I don't know. There was like a #/no, and I clicked it, and it talked to me, and it asked me where the grail was, but I didn't tell it.
Oh, okay.
It was like, where's the grail? Will you help me? And I was like, I don't know who you are. Who are you? Why do you want it? And then it didn't answer me. It just got bigger and bigger and madder, and then I shut it off.
Hey guys, I think we can all agree that we do not tell the ELO about this grail, right?
Yeah.
Or anybody.
Sort of already sent reports to Kavan, though.
Are you serious?
Did you send it about the grail?
I mentioned that a thing came out of my leg that was an alchemy of the things. I don't know how much I mentioned grail.
Well, it's Kesha handling those papers anyway, right? We should be fine.
Yeah, your secret's safe with me.
What?
What?
Tyson
Tyson.
steps out of the kitchen or eating a
Tyson?
big bowl of oatmeal.
Oh.
Tyson. How'd you get here?
Remember when I was like, I need money, and y'all were like, come here, and then I'll pay you. So I've been cleaning up your oatmeal.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
eating our oatmeal?
I'm cleaning it with my mouth.
Oh, well, thanks, Tyson.
I love oatmeal.
Is it good?
It's mushy.
You're gonna
Yeah.
protect our house, Tyson?
Yeah, I won't tell nobody about the grail.
Oh, that's good. Don't tell anyone.
I won't.
Not even cool girls.
Not even cool girls.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes cool girls try to pretend to be cool girls so that they can get information out of you, and then they're not so cool.
I don't understand. Cool girls are cool.
Well, sometimes they lie to you.
What if they lied? That wouldn't be cool.
Exactly. So
But it's
if
hard to
someone-
tell if they're cool just from looking at them.
Yeah, you have to kind of get to know them before they're cool.
Guys, I think this is too much for his brain.
I like oatmeal.
Yeah, I know, buddy.
Look, if a cool girl just comes up to the door and we're not home, just tell them to go away.
Do cool girls come here?
I
Sometimes.
mean,
I need a date for tomorrow.
a date for what, Tyson?
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Hey, Simone. You need a date too, don't you?
What?
yeah.
You notice that the more oatmeal he's eating, the more surly he gets. Y'all are a bunch of old people, just dusty old bones.
Can I take the oatmeal from him?
My oatmeal.
Look, Tyson, you're eating a little too much oatmeal.
You want some cake? Marisol made like 3 of them and she's only gonna use like 1.
This is true.
Yeah, I want cake.
I give him like a slice of cake.
He just eats it with his hand.
Oh
Marisol.
no, Tyson, use a fork.
Why? It just gets in the way.
By the way,
Well,
it's
'cause
really
your hand-
spicy.
What?
It's spicy.
What?
Yeah. It's a
Oh.
spicy chocolate cake.
As soon as it touches his tongue and he goes to eat it, he freezes. I need milk.
I poured him some milk.
Are there any types of peppers you're allergic to, Tyson? Because there's about 10 of them in there.
It's too spicy.
You're quick, drink this, Tyson.
Sorry.
Yeah, he drinks on the milk.
I should have said something, but you know, you
What
just
kind of
offered it
cake
to
did
him.
you make?
It's experimental.
How do you experiment with spice in a cake?
Why not?
It's cake. It's supposed to be sweet.
In my culture, chocolate and peppers have gone hand in hand for a second. Thank you very much. Besides, I was experimenting, like
Okay.
I said.
Not to be
No, go ahead, say it, Simone.
insensitive, just
This is how
but
fights happen. Go on.
not to be insensitive, but what kind of culture is it that puts spice on chocolate?
Only the first to be using the cacao bean at all.
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. In ancient Mesoamerican culture, they mixed the cacao with certain high capsaicin peppers that were grown regionally in very humid
What the
environments.
hell? Tyson, how do you know any of that?
I read the books.
Oh, buddy, I'm so proud of you. You even...
Thank you.
That's really old Earth history. Here, I thought you were just reading about... Actually, I don't even know.
I was reading about kitty cats,
Sure, yeah, kitty cat.
and,
Oh.
and also I was reading about giraffes because they got long necks.
You might be interested in
Do
Egypt.
you
Then
cook,
they have a big
Tyson?
thing about cats.
I try to cook, but then my mom yelled at me because I made a butter sandwich, and she said, "You can't eat that." And I said, "Why not?" And then she said, "Cuz." And I said, "Well, cuz is not a reason." And then she told me that I was being back talking her, and then I had to go sit in my room.
Oh, Tyson.
Sandwiches are good.
Yeah, butter sandwiches are good. They're calorically dense.
What?
Please,
Oh,
please
Don't
don't say
Jim
calorically
whispers
dense.
that word.
Can I check
Please.
the back of his neck for devils now?
No, he's clear. He doesn't
Okay.
have anything on him.
Maybe don't say calorically dense.
These are big words
Uh,
coming out of Tyson today.
I'm learning. I read books, y'all. My education levels are high. I am very smart.
I know, and it's very admirable. It's
Hey.
just some of us have trouble with the word calorically dense.
You know what, Simone? I think in maybe a year, he's gonna be smarter than you.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Them's fighting words.
And then maybe he won't learn to put spice with cake either.
What was that?
Maybe he won't learn to put spice with cake.
Wow. Okay.
It was a tasty cake, but I'm not tough when it comes to spicy foods.
You mostly eat buttered noodles, don't you, Tyson?
I do enjoy buttered noodles, mashed potatoes, oatmeal, shrimp scampi.
What kind of cake do you like? Just regular chocolate or butterscotch?
My aunt makes a Tyson cake.
Oh, what's that?
What is it?
She won't tell me what the ingredients are.
It's
well-
a secret.
Maybe if you get a girlfriend, she'll tell her the secret.
I need a girlfriend. Thank you for reminding me. Now I must go out on my hunt.
Like try the roller parks. There's always nice people there. And just like talk to people there, Tyson.
Okay. I have one last question. He reaches into his pocket, takes out one black bow tie and one gold bow tie. Which of these bow ties should I wear?
Gold.
Okay. Puts on the gold bow tie. Now I'm ready to go talk to
Yeah.
some people
You
and
look
to find
cute,
a
Tyson.
girlfriend. Thank
You look fine.
Just adds a bow
just-
to his tracksuit.
Just a
Yeah.